Deep inside the wild forest, a young deer lived peacefully beside its mother. But the silence of nature does not always mean safety. A strange fear slowly spread through the air. Predators were hiding somewhere in the darkness. The young deer was too innocent to understand the danger. Suddenly, a terrifying roar echoed across the jungle. Animals began running in panic. In the chaos, the young deer became separated from its mother. Now it was completely alone. And a violent storm was moving closer. As the rain began, the jungle became even more dangerous. Every sound now filled the little deer with fear. Far away, hungry wolves had already caught its scent. The young deer ran with all its strength. Sharp thorns tore against its fragile body. But stopping would mean death. Suddenly, a raging river appeared ahead. Predators behind, violent waters ahead. The little deer gathered courage and jumped into the river. The powerful current carried it away. Barely alive, it reached the riverbank. But the danger was far from over. A hungry leopard moved silently through the rain. The young deer sensed the danger immediately. Once again, the fight for survival began. Rain, darkness, and fear surrounded the little deer. Its body was growing weaker with every step. Suddenly, lightning exploded. In a second, the leopard stopped moving. That single moment became its chance to escape. The jungle slowly began flooding with rainwater. The young deer climbed onto a large rock. The water kept rising all around it. Then the wolves returned once again. Fear made the little deer tremble. But deep inside, it still wanted to survive. At last, the first light of morning appeared. The storm slowly began to fade away. Silence finally returned to the forest. Carefully, the little deer started walking again. Then suddenly, it smelled something familiar. It was the scent of its mother. The young deer ran toward the scent with all its strength, and finally, it saw its mother again. Its mother immediately pulled the frightened deer close. The longest night of survival had finally ended. But the young deer would never forget that terrifying night. It had learned that every second matters in the wild. Nature can be beautiful and merciless at the same time. And in the wilderness, only the strongest spirit survives.